Inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance is nothing but you are going to inherit the property from superclass. That means from an existing class, and in the new class, which is also known as the subclass or child class, where you can define your own custom method. So if you see here, here we are talking with respect to business object type, you know. So if come here and let's suppose you have a business object, a standard business object called BUS 2032, and in this business object, you want to add some extra method. So you can create one custom business object inheriting the standard business object BUS 2032. So how to do that? Let's go and see in the system. Come to SWO1 transaction, very powerful transaction. Here, what I want to do, I have 2012 or any standard business object you can take. This is for purchase order. I want to enhance this one. Okay. Or form options, this is again your standard business object, right? If you want to enhance this one, how to do? So in order to enhance a business object, I mean in order to inherit a standard business object with your subtype or sub business object, give the name of the new business object in which you want to inherit. So ZBUS 2012, I'm taking at this moment purchase order related object type I want to inherit. Okay, so click on this create button, and here you can mention the business object which you want to inherit in the super type, right? Super class, you remember, in the same way super type. Here this is your subtype, the one which you are creating. Now give the name of this subtype and program in which you are going to write your custom code and application based upon your module you choose. Save this one. Okay. And now you can see that this subtype business object is created. Here you will see that all the methods which was there in the BUS 2012 here has come. And if you go to the original one, like you can double click over here and you will be able to see the original business object under the super type, right? Click on display button, and here you can see that everyone here is there in white, right? But in ours, it's there in red. Why? Because it's not implemented, right? So if you want to understand the meaning of color and all, you can go to this utility and click on this color legend. You will be able to understand, you know, what is the meaning of different color. So here, if you see that inherited components, so these all are the inherited components, you know, little red color. Here it's a dark red. In the dark red, if we are not able to see any dark red means local implementation recommended. If some class is abstract, sorry, if some method is kind of abstract method, you will be able to see that it will be there in the red. That means locally that method will be recommended to implement. So like that. Here, if you are there in the, like in everything is white, that means that is local component, means here itself we have defined. Here, if you see such kind of symbol, that means that is the relative attributes. Green color, that means that is BAPI. If you have this create option, that means that is very much in initial state. And if something is implemented, you will not be able to see either this one or this one. You know, this is for released, and stop is for obsolete. Obsolete means don't use. Okay. So these are the different color scheme we are having for the purpose of business object type components representation. Now let's go and create your own method. If you want to create, click on this create button, and it's telling that create with function module as template. Okay, so I want to use the function module in our you know implementation. So any function module, maybe let's suppose read text I want to use. So click on this OK button. Okay, it's telling that function module read text has a reference to data types that are not supported. Okay, fine. Click on this, cannot be used for methods. Click on this. Okay, so maybe we can use some another function module. For example, any function module for the moment. If you want to use SWO create, so it is having some data type related error. Maybe let's ignore this part. By creating with function module, we can take uh yes, let's cancel this one. I will create one simple method. So double click on this and click on this create. Let's create one simple method, maybe some update data, g update data. So update data and update data. Dialog, I don't want to keep it. I want to keep it in background, and under ABAP, other is fine. Click on this OK button, and here click on this program, click on this yes. And here we're going to write some custom code. Okay. So what actually I'm trying to show you that when you inherit a standard business object, you can create your custom method. Okay. You can create your extra attribute. So you can reuse the existing one, as well as you can, you know, create your new one. So here you have the different attributes. Let's suppose if you want to add some more attributes from purchase order, right? So you can click on this button. You can go here, and some extra attribute you can add. Maybe see already used attributes is selected over here. So apart from this, like if you want to use, let's suppose I want to use this 3 attributes extra, I can do so. Click on create, create, create. It will be a database field, so automatically it will be determined from the database. Click on this program. Already it's determined from the database, so nothing to do. Just click on this save button, and you know if you click on its status is already implemented, so that's perfectly fine. Here if you double click, you can see that its status is modeled. So at least you will have to put here in the implementation status in order to use this method. Click on the save button, and now come here and click on this generate. You can see that modeled object types cannot be generated. This message is coming. So let's go here and click on this, and click on this implemented, because this was newly created. It's there in the modeled state. Now it will be there in the implemented state, right? So you will be able to use it now. Let's go and see the status of the method. Method is now implemented, so it's fine. It looks good now. Come here and click on this generate button. It got successfully generated, so your subtype is created. This is how you can inherit. Now this subtype you can use in your workflow. If you want to use this in your program, you can use. Generally we don't use in program, but in case you can see that there are so many methods. If you are willing to use, you can use this one. I will let you know how to use that.